Immediately caught in the throat. Kia ora all. Alright, I think we're good. I'm all over the place. It is what it is today. It's one of those days. Let's go here. Hey everyone. Let me know if things are too loud. Let me know how things are, because I haven't done this in a while. Amy is clearly not better. Amy is not. Amy literally woke up 10 minutes ago. I overslept. And then I saw the time. And was like, ah! And so I made myself a ridiculously big bowl of porridge. A ridiculously big coffee. And came to sit down. And this will pass. This is Amy's just woken up congestion, not Amy has got a cold congestion. This is, we're in hay fever season, everything is itchy, Amy wakes up with a cold, and then it passes, which is why I normally need a little bit more time before I say for certain for the day, yep, I'm definitely under the weather. So yeah, you're getting me completely eating breakfast still, because I literally just rolled out of bed. I woke up very late this morning, but that's because I actually managed to get some sleep, which is the main thing. So yeah, it has been a little bit. I have been, unfortunately, under the weather with a cold, which from the sounds of it, there's a lot of people around the community with colds at the moment, and flus and stuff like that. The cold hasn't been too bad, and honestly, if it was just the cold, I possibly would have still kept streaming. But the other thing is that I've actually been dealing a lot with my teeth. I've mentioned a few times that my teeth are very bad, and I am on the wait list for a hospital appointment. I have such a phobia of the dentist that the dentist won't see me in the community. They have to knock me out to do procedures, because my anxiety is too bad to do procedures normally. So I did actually end up sucking it up after about a week of tooth pain and contacting the hospital to see if they could bump me up the list. I'm still waiting to hear if I can be bumped. I am still 2 to 3 months away from being called up on the list. Yeah, so in the meantime, a lot of painkillers and a lot of pain, a lot of numbing gel. I brought some numbing gel. I've already gone for a tube of that, and I have to get another tube of it because I've just been using it so much at the moment to try and numb. I have basically all my back teeth are causing issues, and a bunch of my front teeth, so yeah. And yes, the teeth are also inflamed and causing sinus issues, which is making the cold feel worse than it is too. Making me sound worse than it is. And helping with the congestion, as you say, double A. So yeah, it's been a time. But the plus side of all of this is that because I haven't been well, I've been colouring because I've been in too much pain to sleep. And we'll go through that in a moment. But first off, let's start by saying hi to Zoe, double A, Mana, Yana, I see Yana, and Amanda. Hello, hello. I don't actually own any mouthwash because I don't like the feel of it in my mouth. I'm struggling to put all, like, coffee is too hot. It's basically everything's too hot, too cold. So this is quite a cold coffee for me. I've been using, I've got, the main thing that's actually been helping is my anti-inflammatory drugs. Also keep in mind that this is the very last day without my injection. I get my injection tomorrow, which I have been gone 8 weeks without this injection. They normally take every 10 days. So I am also incredibly swollen, incredibly puffy, and I can't wait to take my injection. And that'll help too, because that'll just help with all inflammation. But yeah, the anti-inflammatories have been the best thing for it, which makes me think that there's also a bit of inflammation up here, and that's what's making things worse as well. But yeah, it should be all good. We'll see how we go. But You know how it is. Some days we're like bouncing off the walls, and then some days it's like. But yeah, that's the main thing. But yeah, it's because I've been in so much pain. I've been colouring like a mad woman. So this is the start of August. I've got little post-its to keep tally of each page, because this entire page is done. This entire page is almost done. This entire page is almost done. And this page is almost done as well. Because I've been colouring so much. It is the 10th. And I am at 47 completed pages. Because I just haven't been sleeping. I've been colouring. I've been doing all sorts of stuff. And there's some like really weird funky pages in there. I've been doing all sorts of stuff. But yeah, I'm really looking forward to... It's going to be one hell of a completed pages this month, considering we're like 9 days. I've done 47 pages. So yeah, someone can work out the mathematic average on that. And none of those are bookmarks or things like that. Like, it is a lot. Yeah. Yeah, 5 a day or so, eh? 9 5s are 45. Yeah. Yeah. And then, like, some days, there was a couple of days where I did no colouring. So there's some days where I was doing like 10, 12, 14 pages. I know one day I did like 10 Camellia and Jacova pages all at once. And last night I did 4 or 5 pages. Just in like some cute and cozy style books. And just playing around with paint pens and all sorts of stuff. So yeah. Yeah, we're not skip completed pages for August. It'll be an hour video. Yeah. Well, I don't know. You can just see back here, this trolley, that bottom shelf that is entirely full of books, and then we're starting on the second shelf. Normally, completed books only live on this bottom section here. But yeah, I've had to start pulling into the second section to keep together. But none of those are the pages that I planned for August. A lot of it came from... we had a big Happy Mail come in just before I got sick. I had a couple of wonderful Happy Mails that came in while I was sick. I haven't recorded those, and the person knows why, because legit I have been in so much pain I haven't been able to contemplate it. One set came in while Nibblings were here, so they of course had to open the package as well. Yeah. So, yeah, but there's lots and lots of goodies. You brought Animorphia to work. Honestly, I've been in a Kirby mood. Part of me wants to pull out a Kirby, but then part of me is like, no, I actually just want to work on, like, a bunch of stuff. So what we have today, I have quite a few different things that I could do. I can do a bunch of swatching, because I have got a bunch of new stuff to swatch. But I think I'm going to start with trying to knock out some whips. I've managed to knock out a couple of them, which isn't bad. I think I'd really like to get done this one. I think I want to get this treehouse done. Because we are very close to this treehouse. Right, let's switch over to the art screen. I think we'll start with the treehouse. Right, bear with me. I have not checked any of my cameras. I have not checked any of the zooms or focus, so things might be out. Auntie Amy gets Christmas year round. Yeah, that's still one of the Nibblings still talks about the 520 set of colors. They were here when that set arrived. So they, of course, had to help me open the box. And yeah, when I opened it and there was 520 pencils in a set, and they were like blown away that there was that many colors. And yeah, they had to pull out the whole tin and look at every single pencil, and they still talk about that set, about having 520 pencils. So yeah, they're not at a stage, like I've been told specifically not to give them any more pencils. or else I would contemplate it. I would contemplate it for a birthday present. But yeah, it might be something when they're a bit older, if they get into a lot of colouring or something, that maybe I'll look into it. Alright, we are so blurry, but I don't know if that's my eyes or not. I think we need more light. You feel noisy. That's the real issue, is that it feels noisy. Right, 2 seconds. I wonder if the camera lens is also dirty. It'd be amazing the amount of times that's actually an issue. Not really. Right, you still feel completely blurry. And you haven't fixed the focus thing at all, have you guys? Nope. Okay, I think we need to go here. Just bear with me. I think it's actually something else that's causing all these issues. Yeah, okay. Yeah, it's you causing the problem. You're not meant to be on these things at all. Right. Okay, if you're all good, apologies. This is stuff that I should have done before stream, but we didn't quite get there. Right, you're still a bit noisy, but at least you're better than you were. Okay. I think that's as good as we're going to get today, but it's better than it was, which is the start. Yeah, sorry, that's stuff that I normally do. Right, sorry, the chat was also blocked. Weirdly, I've been avoiding Kerry since I started colouring again, even though he's my favourite, so I brought one book to force me to do it. Yeah, Kirby, I love Kirby. I do understand that Kirby's not necessarily for everyone. A lot of people get overwhelmed by his detail. I find him like, you just broke it down object by object. So I really enjoy it, but I understand. Yeah. I didn't bring a sharpener and I work in a gym, so there's no sharpeners here. Oh no. Is there a craft knife for unpacking whip boxes? But yeah, I don't really think in a gym you might get many boxes. Even like a pair of scissors. A pair of scissors you can like very carefully use like a craft knife. Okay. What else do I need to do? I don't even know. I'm a good functional adult. I've had like barely any of my porridge. It's usually the way. if we get bored of this, or if I decide on something else, I do have a ton of swatching to do because I've got the Kahlua swatches that I want to do. I also got sent some fun stuff to swatch out, so I've got a bunch of swatch charts to fill in if I decide to actually swatch, which might be one of the few times I actually swatch. I was gifted distress pencils. I did open up. Set 4 arrived first. Set 5? Set 5. Set 5 arrived first, so I was playing with set 5. And then the rest of them arrived in, so I'm still going to swatch all those. We get loads of deliveries for parts of vending machines, so I have a hunt in the office. That's a good idea. Alright. Last thing, we need a pencil case. Jelly, they're on my to buy list. Yeah. This is definitely a Candace made me want. They're really nice. Like, they're really nice. Like, again, I've only tried this set, and if you want, I'll swatch them. But, like, straight away, I love the fact that they're all solid pencil. So, yeah, you can use them straight, you can pull off them, save the sharpenings type situation, but they actually have a really good amount of pigment as well. The only thing I realised is I don't have the black and white, which isn't the end of the world, but yeah, set the sets, but the actual, I mean, there is a black in here, but I think there's a separate black and white, and I think it's separate to the sets. Let's see, ink sprays. Here it is here. Oh no, we've got black soot down there. Maybe hickory smoke and picket fence. Oh no, we got picket fence. Okay, no, maybe they are all in here. I noticed that there is a black and white that's separate. Yeah. Yeah, and there's hickory smoke. Okay, no, they are all in here. So they must just do the black and white separate as well if you want the spares. I always thought they were all in the tin. And then I was Googling for that colour chart and the separate packs came up and I was like, wait, what? So. I wasn't talking about them. Because I might use them on the cats anyway. Also, Distress has colour charts, which are fantastic. So they have them separated by set, but then they also have them separated by as the individual colours as well. This isn't the greatest paper to do it on, but meh. Did you zoom out? I told you to zoom out. Oh, I went the wrong way. That doesn't help. User error. Alright, we'll start. I'll swatch set 4. Set 5. I don't know why I keep calling it set 4. It's set 5. Yeah, so they come in this nice little tin, and I'm not sure if I take them out of the tin and put them all into a container. Like, I have them in colour order on this chart. So part of me is tempted to rehome them. Ooh. It's okay. It will. So this is worn lipstick. Yeah, so they're quite a firm pencil. It's like, play where's the... Okay, I can't find that one for now. We'll come back to that one. If you zoom in, we can play bingo. If I zoom in, you can't see the whole chart though, and then it's a bit of a cheat because it's like you can't see. But if anyone knows where worn lipstick is, because I can't find that one. Are they water soluble? They are water soluble. They are watercolor pencils. They are solid watercolor pigment. Alright, there's aged mahogany. I knew that one. I could see that one. Oh look, worn lipstick's directly above it. I just saw worn lipstick. I think it's on the top of the chart. It's the rainbow order on the left. Yeah, it is. This one is the rainbow order one. I'm just blind. Right, persimmon. I will activate these in a moment. Once we get the colours put in, it'll be a bit easier to find the rest of the colours, because we'll have the... So it's pinks, reds, oranges, the yellows, stuff like that. There's wrapped persimmon. Yeah, this is just from the Ranger website as well. They do a colour chart for every one of their products. Which is fantastic. Right, squeezed lemonade. Do you like them better than Neo 2s? I think these different applications. Neo 2s, I feel like, because they're creamier, you get that bigger background applications, and I feel like they do blend a bit easier. However, with Neo 2s, there's almost like a little bit of a film, if that makes sense. Like if anyone's used Neo 2s, you might know what I'm talking about, where there's a little bit of a film surface coating. These ones, now admittedly I haven't used these ones a lot. I've just done the one page with them and I was playing around with it. These ones, I think you need to be more solid in how you colour in the area, because they are watercolor pencils, so it's not like ink tints where you put a streak down or just blend everywhere. Like these are watercolor pencils, you need to color it a bit more solidly. But they do produce a really lovely, like the pigment on them is lovely, and the way that they paint out is really nice. It's hard to work on top of Neo 2s. Yeah, and then once these ones are dry, I feel like they're a little bit easier to work on top of. It's different applications and different effects. Yeah, and like they're even different to the Neo 2s, but I don't know how to explain exactly that they're different. They're definitely a firmer pencil. Yeah, it's hard to explain. I probably need to use them more to have better words to explain it. Admittedly, like water-based mediums is not my expertise, so that doesn't help. Yeah, I don't think you can compare them. Yeah, they're very different products. Even though yes, they are both a water-soluble medium, there is a very big difference between them. So yeah, different applications, and also I think you can like use them in different ways. I mean, straight away, these you can get right down to a fine point, so these are going to be a lot easier to do things with. Right, gathered twigs. Gathered twigs. They look much firmer when you lay them down. Yeah, they're definitely much firmer. These are very very firm to put down. Like, they're definitely firmer than ink tints. Oh, I never did the old paper over here. Good job, Amy. Good job. And then we want pumice stone, which is there. But yeah, they do come in really lovely sets as well. Like, it's neat that you can just buy one set and have a good range of colours as well, which I think is quite neat. Okay. Too much water. Yeah, but when you activate them, they are really nice. I must remember to buy one of the Caran d'Ache palettes so I can play with my Lyra Aqua Grounds. I really want that smooth and rough. Yeah. Yeah, I've seen a few people playing around with those and they seem really neat with that. I've just done it with chopping boards and also just pulling directly off the crayons. But yeah, the Caran d'Ache one seems interesting. So yeah, I don't know how well it's picking up on camera, but once they're activated, they're just like, there's something really lovely about the way they activate and the way that they move on the paper. Like, this is just cheap copy paper. Hey Lisbeth, welcome in. Yeah, so they do have, like, if you put down enough coat, they do actually have like a little bit of body to them, and they do move around quite nicely, which I like. Like, I feel like they almost move around a little bit better than Albijuras, to be perfectly honest. Like, they just sit on the surface for a little longer, so you've got a moment to push them around. Candace says they're made for Kirby books. Yeah, I could see them working really well. It would depend on your paper as well, because I feel like the UK paper works better for water-based medium than the American paper, but I mean, that's my personal opinion. But yeah, I really like them. I like how they're going. I think Candace also used them in Story of Precious Cats, so yeah, I think we'll be able to play around a bit with these in the kitties book as well. I didn't do a very good job of coloring in two greens, but that's okay. Alright. So it's quite neat that you've got the all over colour one and then you've got the individual group ones, because I think these ones I'm going to cut up and put in the individual boxes. So each set has its like little colour chart in there. And then I have the overall colour chart. But yeah, if I move them, I do really like this duck-egg grey. Or weathered wood, as they actually call it. It's a really nice blue-grey. But yeah, there's also a lot of colours in these sets that I don't have in the Albert Drawers, which are my main watercolour set. As well, which is, like, it's another good complementary set. And because they're just solid watercolour, they're going to last a lifetime. And you have sets 1, 2, and 3. Just a bit too much water there. Again, I'm just doing this on cheap copy paper. Just getting it. Yeah, Tim Holtz stuff is pricey. But it's pricey for a good reason. Like, I haven't found a Tim Holtz product that I don't like. Yeah. So yeah, there's a set there. And as I said, like, on their own, they're quite hard, they're quite firm, but when they're activated, they're really lovely. So, really, really quite neat little pencils, and I'm excited to play around with them, although I've got a lot more swatching to do to swatch all the sets. And then the other thing that I need to swatch, which is technically a Tim Holtz product, but it comes with a different name, is the Distress X. I think I've put the actual thing away. Oh, now you all know me, I hate swatching. I tend to prefer to swatch by actually doing something. So I tested out the inks. The different shimmer sprays. I'm wearing socks. I'm wearing 2 pairs of socks and fluffy slippers. But yeah, this is me testing out the different shimmer sprays and inks and bits and pieces. So that's how I usually like to swatch, is by actually trying stuff out rather than colouring. But I did want to get these swatched. No, because I want to swatch these ones, because I want to see, because I already had 2 of these that I bought at a local craft store to, that the stockist had, because I used to use a, just gotta be careful I don't get the stuff everywhere. I used to use Kaisercraft mists, but I can't find them anymore. And so I found 2 of these at a local. I found this like laid back lilac and a flamingo red one. And then a set came in, and I thought the purple in here was the same purple, but it's not. It's actually crushed grape. So it makes me wonder if this, like, I got a big set, is it not all the colours? Which would be handy if there is like a white or a silver, because those are the colours that I'm missing in the shimmer spray. So we're not going to actually spray this in place, because the spray would get everywhere unless I made a little mask to like mask it off. So instead we're going to just grip it in place. It's turned into a bit of a swatching spray, but it's okay. So this one is Tangerine Dream. There. We're gonna, this is how we're gonna swatch it. hard to get back into the flow. I had to do a double shift on Friday, but that was because I needed to catch up with some stuff. So I actually messaged my manager and said, look, I'm struggling to get to this with how busy we are at the moment. Would you guys be okay if I did 2 extra hours just to get things done? The manager was like, yeah, no, I'm more than happy for you to do extra hours. Right, laid back lilac. Yeah, see, there's a color on here already I can see that I know I don't have called white linen. So I'm going to need to find that because my white shimmer spray in the Kaisercraft has definitely run out. I haven't even opened the black one yet because I do have a black Kaisercraft, so I'll use that one up. Yeah, they've changed a lot of their stuff. These shimmer sprays that I have from Kaisercraft are years old, but I love them. I've used them so much. Halishin, I'm going to struggle to pronounce your name today, hon, but welcome in. Hello. Welcome to the Twitch side. I dual stream, as you might be able to tell, so we've got lots and lots of can call you Hala. Thank you, hon. Thank you. I dual stream, so we're also live on YouTube. But the chat above me here combines both chats so people can say hi across both platforms because I like people to be on the platform that they're comfy in. But welcome in. If anyone is lurking on the Twitch side, Hala is a Twitch streamer that we found yesterday that also streams colouring. Because you know me, I love to collect all the colours. Yeah, we're doing a little bit of chaos today. I've got a really sore tooth, so I'm in a bit of a state at the moment. Actually, speaking of, I need to take some more meds, so we'll do that right now. But we're just watching a bunch of supplies. And then I think I've already buried it. I have a kitty page we were working on. There it is. So this is what we've been working on and what we'll probably go back to in a moment, but we've ended up doing a bit of swatching, which is the nice thing in the world. I tend to not swatch unless I'm swatching on stream. Alright, what's this one? Pink Flamingo. So yeah, these are Dilutions ink sprays. I love adding these into backgrounds or to anywhere where I might do a bit of a watercolory background. I love to spritz these in because then they bleed out everywhere. So this one that I did here, I used the Neo Color 2s and put down just a random rainbow background, and then I added a bunch of shimmer spray on top to really emphasize that rainbow. I pulled out some paint pens and just colored in some of the elements. I didn't even color in all the elements, just some of the elements with paint pens, and then did a bunch more shimmer spray on top. So it's very shimmery, but just really fun to play with. I am someone who likes to throw a lot of random supplies at stuff and try different techniques, and yeah. Amy collects colorists, not Pokemon. Yeah, I mean, I've got a couple Pokemon on the shelf back there, but I gotta collect them all. Gotta find all the colorists and become friends with all the colorists, and then find people who aren't colorists but be friends and colorists as well. Alright, what do we want? Cut grass. Over here. I'm also trying to do this without spilling a drip everywhere, because if this drips, it's going to be real easy to make a mess. But yeah, you can see sort of like the shimmeriness of these sprays. They're really fun. I prefer I say this, I don't know if the Kaisercraft ones have changed their bottle design, because they have changed their labels. But the old bottles made a very better, make very much a better like pump, and you can get more splatter, which is what we want. A lot of this is a bit of a finer mist, but you can sort of make a bit of a splatter with it, which is what I like. I like that abstract background effect. I don't know, I like to play around. I used to love Kaiser Craft scrapbooking supplies. Me too, Zoe. They are Australian, so they were actually very easy for me to find back here in the day, but even now I'm finding it harder to find Kaiser Craft stuff. So if I could stretch my task over 2 days instead of 1 for a few weeks to help. Nothing's done. Oh, yeah. Hopefully it settles down. Postbox red. Where are you? Right there. Amy clicks not Pokemon. Sparkles and Shines is very popular with colours now. I never did that way back when. I'm boring. No, it's interesting, Amanda, how things do change over the colouring community from the years. I mean, I've only been colouring since 2020 and in the community since about 2021, 22. And even I've seen how much things have changed in just a small space. So going back to like 2015, 16, 17, 18, like, things change a lot. And, you know, at the end of the day, I always say there is no wrong colouring. You colour how you colour. How you colour is what you colour. And that's the correct way to colour. The only wrong colouring is not colouring. So play around, try things. But if you also like to follow a set formula of, I only use this pencil, or I do a base with a certain medium and then I do a pencil on top and I don't use shimmer, or I don't do this, that's also fine. Like, at the end of the day, colouring is a hobby for us, so colour how you enjoy. I am someone who gets bored very easily, and I like trying random things. I look at a page and go, I wonder what happens if I overflow this page with a pile of shimmer sprays, or what if I could chuck acrylic paint at this, or haven't I got weird stickers that kind of fit this theme? Let's shove them on the page. That's my brain. It's full of impulsive thoughts, and then it's batter up. Let's do it. So, yeah. I was literally looking at a page the other day and went, I wonder if I could burn this page. I'm like, I didn't quite go for that one, but that was where my brain went, because I was like, it would look really cool if the edges were burnt on this page. I'm also a big glitter addict. I love glitter and sparkles and stuff like that, so I'm like, give me all the shimmer, give me all the glitter. That's why I have entire pages that are done with glitter. I still have pages that I know words. I color just with pencils. That's where I was going. But yeah. Alright, I was thinking, ooh, I've got all of these shimmer sprays now. I do not. There is a lot more of these shimmer sprays than I realised. There's a lot more than my local art store definitely has. Not art store. I don't have an art store. I have a scrapbooking store. Taxes paid? Fantastic. I will have a look at that in a moment. Art tax is a joke that we use to say when someone sends through art to me that I can show on stream. We call it an art tax because you're like paying the art tax by sending through a picture and then I share it on stream. Yeah, it's just like, hey, I finished this off. And then I like to show things off on stream. So I show it off on stream. People just Instagram me stuff. So yeah, they, rather than saying, hey, I sent you a picture and you could show this on stream, it's just, I sent you art tax. Or when we get rated or people come in, it's like, pay the art tax. Oh, come on. Here we go. Have we got it all? We have. Alright. And bubblegum pink. Right up the top here. And then the lucky last one is London Blue. So yeah, there is a lot more colours. Which I'm going to have to see if I can figure out. Oh. Because yeah, if you know me and how I like to colour, I love shimmer sprays. I love being able to spray stuff on a page, so... Which I'm glad, because I'm running low on certain colours. And again, I didn't have many of the Kaisercraft shimmers, but the ones I had, like I finished off the gold, I finished off the white. The only one I haven't swatched is the black here, because I haven't even opened it. The tangerine is my favourite. It's so pearly. Yeah, the tangerine dream is gorgeous. And I don't even like orange normally. But yeah, they've all got a beautiful shimmer on there. This is also just on cheap copy paper, by the way. This isn't on fancy paper. But yeah, they are so pretty. So there's quite a few more pinks and reds. And then, like, there's a colour here called Vanilla Custard, which makes me think we've got a lovely light yellow. Mushy Peas, cracks me up. Dirty Martini, Blue Lagoon. Like After Midnight, makes me think of dark navy blue. There's also ground coffee and melted chocolate. So we've got some white linen, makes me think we've got a white. Yeah, the black marble is the one that I haven't done, but we've got a black. Yeah, I think this is going to be neat. I just didn't even realise that there's so many more colours as well. So it's just a small selection of them. So it's so cool. Yeah, it's just very, very fun to, again, add to the background. Add that little sparkly touch. I'm so jealous if people get to name art supply colours. I would be that boring person that just goes number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4. I am not that inventive. You need to come out because you don't really belong in here. And I should also take you out because I hate using you with a passion. I should actually remove you entirely. I am not a fan of peel drops. I have peel drops. I don't like using them. Alright, let's do a little container reshuffle while we're here. We have... So these are the 5 Kaisercraft shimmer sprays that I have left. And you can see by the fact that they're on a tissue that they are notorious for leaking everywhere. So I have a turquoise, a black, a brown, a navy, and a copper. I used to have a gold and a white. I've used those so much. They're completely used up in their entirety. And then I had a light blue that I think I also used up as well. They're very old. This one's a bit of an odd box that I'm putting these into. There's some like shimmery stuff in here. You can just lay on top for now. Right, Mana is studying small victories. Nice. Georgie girl, hello, hello, welcome in. And Yolanda, hello, hello. You're all good, Yolanda. I was also late to stream, so I woke up late because I haven't been sleeping all that well because it's too bad. Alright, I'll just shove you back in there for now, but I need to find a new container. You can just go to the pile on the floor. Okay. But yeah, I quite like those Dilution shimmer sprays. I have to find the rest of them. Mainly the white and the gold. Cassie, hello, hello. Welcome in, lovely. How are you doing? I'm doing okay. I'm okay. I woke up late, still eating breakfast. And we just ended up impromptu swatching some stuff. which, not the worst thing in the world. Alright. I swatched one set. That's as much as I can be bothered swatching of those right now. I don't want to swatch any of those. Yeah, if anyone knows me, I'm not someone who likes to do swatches. I like having the swatch cards. I'm not a huge swatch person. I tend to swatch by like actually using the products and then just getting to know the product. But it doesn't hurt to do a little bit of swatching every once in a while. Okay, so what were we up to? We had done the majority of the background. We just got the purple of those flowers, these, and then a couple of details on the tree, and then the kitties themselves is where we're at. And then this page is done. Let's see if we can actually get this page finished. So I hope everyone's doing good. Oh, that's right. We had art to come through. Alright, we have boom, the Froggy page, and we have a close-up to show some of the shimmer, because we know good old camera work doesn't pick up shimmers. But it's very, very pretty. I love the colours you've chosen. And that little shimmer. So pretty! Thank you for sharing, Mana. I'm doing the all the answers page in Anamorphia to avoid anything more complex right now. Hey, it's still valid. That's what you feel like colouring, that's what you feel like colouring. I am just working on the whips. And if we get a few whips done today, or a few pages done today, we'll hit 50 pages for the month. And we'll get our whip list down, which will be lovely. It'd be nice to get the whip list down a bit. Right, this doesn't really need much. We just need to sort of indicate some shadow areas. I'm still debating whether or not I'll come in and add pencil glitter. It's so jewel-like. It is, it is. Oh, also, Hala and Cassie. Cassie, Hala is a new colouring streamer I found. And Hala, Cassie is a colouring streamer but also plays video games. But yeah, we're finding more colouring Twitch people because, Hala, I know you mentioned yesterday in your stream that you struggle to find colouring people on Twitch. And as I say, I collect colourists, so we've got these a few people that'll pop in hopefully along the way here, and I'll be able to be like, well, I'm another colouring Twitcher for you. My Twitch tends to be a bit later for the folks that cover. The YouTube comes in earlier, the Twitch comes in later. Right, and then shepherd tooth. I hope we hear from the dentist this week. I can finally get this appointment. So we've got a little bit of shadow in here. Even if I get the appointment, it won't be the actual procedure. Like, it'll just be the first, but at least it's a step, you know? Yeah. I hate dentist stuff. Okay. I think I haven't done... I've done a little bit of the grass down here. I haven't finished the grass down here. I'm remembering that now. And then I was going to add a little bit of yellow in the tops here. Won't show up much, but just a little bit around the edges where it would be getting that glow from the light. Oh, I hope you're doing well out there. Sorry, I'm probably going to start yawning a bunch. Again, I have not been sleeping very well, so do our best. Van Dyke Brown. Oh, I'll be glad to finally have this page done. How long has it been? I feel like this is a page that never ends. But I felt that way about the Candy Village as well. Like, that one took forever. It felt like. And when it finally got done, it was just like, oh my god, it's done. No, don't yawn, sorry. It's gonna happen. You have to stay up till 6 AM? Oh my gosh. And you said before it was 11 AM, so 11 PM. Even I don't think I'm gonna be staying awake that long. And it's only 10:30. It was 10:37 AM. There you go, yawn under here. I'm glad I'm not the only one yawning right now. No, it's very common here. We're very chill and low-key. I'm often used for a few people to either help them fall asleep or as background noise. And I'm aware of that, and that's okay. It's quite good to be just low-key and chill out and relax. Also, what's everyone's weekly glitter this week? Oh, mine was I finished reading a short story. First thing I've read in about a month. That's fantastic, Cassie. Well done. That is definitely a glitter worth celebrating. What has been some glitters this week? I mean, I did get some lovely Happy Mail. I got to catch up with a friend that I haven't caught up with in a while. I need to clear off my desk. That was stuff falling. It's fine, it can't fall any further, it's on the ground. Yeah, I got to catch up with a friend that I haven't caught up with in quite a while, so that was quite a lovely glitter last night. I got 7 of my prescriptions at the first time ever at the pharmacy. It felt like winning the lotto, yeah. Yep. When it's actually all in stock and all available. Very much like winning the lotto. I did not win the lotto last night. I am sad. No, someone else won. Which is, you know, good on them. The dreams. It's not like I necessarily want to be a multi-millionaire. I just want to have enough so I can buy a house for me and Mum so she doesn't have to worry about this place anymore. The biggest honour is to hang out on someone's other monitor? Absolutely. Basically this week is I'm hanging out with my uncles in my uncle's garage house, and next weekend hanging out with my other uncle now. That's fantastic. Hanging out with family is always wonderful. We did get to hang out with the Nibblings think it was Monday that they came around. They were a good time. They're always a good time. Oh, when we had the nibblings last, a box was delivered. And it was actually from my aunt, and she'd addressed it to one of the nibblings, and it actually arrived when the nibblings were here, so it was like perfect timing. And the box contained a bunch of like fashion doll furniture and stuff like that from my cousin, who's now like in their 30s and stuff like that. And so my aunt is doing like a big declutter at the moment, so she found all this old fashion doll furniture stuff and said, look, if I box it up and send it down, do you want to pass it on to nibbling, which is the term I use for my niece and nephews, by the way. So this big box arrived, and they opened it up, and the first thing that my aunt had done is put a pack of gummies on top, so there was candy. So of course the kids were like, candy, 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 which of course kept the other nibbling, the young one, very happy, because like they're not into the fashion dolls, but there was candy, so they had some candy and went off to play with their cars, while the other one opened and was pulling out all these things, and it's just so cute. I filmed the reaction for my aunt to see, but just the reaction of this child just being like so happy to get fake food to feed the dolls. It's like, oh, to be that age. Be that age where just like the little things make you so happy, you know, because the dolls were hungry, and then getting like a baby crib for the babies, and yeah, just so cute. It's so fun. Beatty, hello. Kia ora, lovely. You brought yourself a little gift? Ooh. Celebrating my mum's 73rd birthday. Oh. Love that. And Perfection as well. Hello, Perfection. And hello, new YouTube subscriber. Thank you for subscribing. When my son got presents when he was younger, he used to shake with excitement. Yeah, there's definitely a lot of shaking and squealing. And the funniest thing to me, though, was I was recording. And so I got to watch back the recording before I sent it off to my aunt to give her the reaction of it. But, like, you know when you're a kid and you open stuff and you're just, like, so excited, and then if you've ever, like, got video recordings of yourself or kids in your life opening presents with an adult nearby, and, you know, like, the adult is, you know, you're opening the present, the adult's like, yes, I see, or, you know, there's, like, a little inflection in tone of where the adult's trying to pretend to be excited, but obviously it's, like, for the kid. And so, like, many years ago, we were watching back some Christmas movies, and there's this old video of a Christmas with my mum and my nana being recorded on it as I opened up. I was like 5 years old, and I was opening up a Barbie overload of stuff, because that was very much when I was in my fashion doll phase. And it was like I opened up and it's like, it's a Barbie washing machine, it's a Barbie bike, and be like, Mum, look, and your mum would be like, oh, look, it's a Barbie bike, or it's this or this, and then there's my nana going, oh, look, it is. Funny how Mum knows what it is before it's even opened. Just that sort of sarcasm tone. Which cracks me up when I watch it back. But after recording my nibblings and then watching back the recording and hearing me and Mum comment on there with my nibbling, and I was just like, oh my god, I've become that adult. I am the adult with the like, ah, yes, it is that. Oh, isn't that exciting? Like putting on that inflection. And I was just like, I've become the adult. I am that adult in the videos now. It's a very specific thing, but it just cracked me up so much because it's such a memory for me of watching back these old family videos and just laughing at the adults in the videos. Yeah, the realization you're an adult. Like, I know you're an adult, but yeah, the real realization that you are not only an adult, but an adult like your adults around you. I don't want to be an adult. Being an adult is a trap. Yeah, it is. Sadly, sometimes we have to pretend to be an adult, even just for a few hours, and then we can come back and live in the glittery bubble. But sometimes you do have to. I ever saw my video opening dinosaur toy when he was 3 years old. He's like, wow, dinosaur. And me and my husband are like, oh, yeah, wow. Sarcastically. Exactly. It's that tone when you watch back at it. You're like, you know, you're a kid and you don't understand it. Like, it's not exciting to your parents necessarily because you're so excited. It's watching back and hearing that tone and going, oh, yeah, and realizing you've become that adult in the videos. Oh, sorry to hear that, Mana. I don't know if I remembered you, but I remembered if I messaged you. Honestly, perfection, I might have missed it. Anyway, if you did, got my hands on Wildflower Folk. Oh, such a pretty book. It is. It is. My mum watched herself doing that. Oh, how nice in a video time. And every time she says, oh my god, I can't believe I did that. Yeah. Yeah, they're like, there's a tone. You'll know the tone that I'm talking about. Yeah. And so when I was watching back the video and going, oh my god, I am that adult now. Become that adult. That specific adult. But it's okay. But yeah, it was really fun to like watch the Nibblies get so excited about, you know, all the bits and pieces, and yeah, had a good time with it. They did not want to leave at the end. They were like, sorry, Gab. I wouldn't be surprised if they asked to come around tomorrow, but I'm at a doctor's appointment tomorrow, so yeah. I gotta go and also get a prescription and maybe change some of my meds. Hi, Rosalind. Oh. Oh, there was a back crack. Oh, there's the crack. Okay, we got some sunflower leaves. And I think we're basically all done at the front here, thank God. Let me be done with the green. So I did order something that is on its way. I ordered a couple of things. But I have got some bits coming to redo my setup a little bit, and to try changing things up a bit, which does mean I need to finally clear off my desk in its entirety, which also needs to happen. But yeah, I've got some new stands and some new mounts and stuff like that coming for all my cameras and my lights and a few other bits and pieces and my microphone, and so we're going to do a little bit of a rearrange of the setup, but hopefully when it's done there'll be a little bit less of me actually hitting things, which would be nice. So I'm just waiting for that all to come in and hope that it works. leaves and we're done with green. Yeah, can't wait. Can't wait. It is something to be proud of. I just read that your first new phone. Nice. Right, it's the little things sometimes that sometimes people don't understand just how big it is. So it's huge. And it's still on my radar to do my phone. I have been looking at phones to try and figure out what phone I will be going for. Because in the past I've just gone for the newest model and then paid it off. But honestly, the cost of the newest model is just so ridiculous. I'm like, I don't even want to. So I'm thinking, like, trying to think logistically, what do I actually need my phone for? Because there's no reason to go for the fanciest model. So if I do that, then we can get a slightly more cheaper model. Life is expensive. Yeah, they just put up the insurance here again as well, and the rates. And it's like... I feel sorry for Mum, like, she's also on a benefit like me, and a quarter of her benefit just goes on to rates. It's expensive out there. But we go here to escape the glittery life bubble. To escape life into a glittery bubble. Wow, I know words. Here we pretend life doesn't exist. Until we have our spoons recovered and we can go and deal with life again. Yeah, right now, I am on a Samsung S9. It is, like, my phone is beyond beaten up, but it's, so all it's got is like a little crack in this corner. Like, I'm not too worried about that. If that was just the issue, it would be fine. The battery, I have to charge it about 4 times a day because she don't last. Yeah, so the battery is pretty much gone on this, and the battery gets hot when I charge it, which is why it's no longer got a case on it. So the battery is like really, really gone. But the other thing as well is that the power button has entirely fallen out. So I have to use a toothpick to unlock it if I want to, like, pop it away. It also have a fingerprint scanner back here, so I could use the fingerprint scanner, except the fingerprint scanner is also starting to break. So most of the time it doesn't even register my fingerprint anymore, so I have to use a toothpick in here to get things to work. So yeah, it's like really, really, this is not a case of if but when my phone is going to completely die. And unfortunately, if my phone dies, I can't work because of the way my work works with, like, 2-factor authentication and security. Because I work in medical, I have to have an external device to also log into work. Went from an S8 that wouldn't charge well to now have an S23. I like it. Yeah, I was looking at the 23, 24, 25s, and then, like, not necessarily a S range, like one of the A range and stuff like that. Just comparing different features and trying to figure out exactly what I need in the phone. Yeah. This month I ordered 16 new colouring books. I think I'm going back on a no-buy again. Oh my goodness, perfection. Sounds like it might be. But also, sometimes you need to treat yourself, you know? Also, forgot the thing was on the back. I have that 22 for years and going strong. That's good. I mean, that S9 I have had for donkey's years. Like, again, when I brought it, it was the newest release. It had just come out, and that's why, like, I spend the money to invest in it, but then I hold on to it until it's at the absolute end of its cruddy life, and then upgrade it. And that's what happened last time. I think I went from an S2 to an S7, S9, sorry, and then now it's an S9 to what would technically be an S25. But I just also look at the cost of an S25 and I'm like, But the idea is that you just buy it and then you hold on to it for like 7 or 8 years. Because I do look after my devices because they're expensive. So it's like... But yeah, I'm just looking at it like, it's nearly $3,000. And I'm like, I don't want to spend $3,000 on a phone. I could buy a computer for that price, you know? Stardust, hello, hello. I brought my first Rita Berman book last week. I'm not going to buy any more until I colour in them all. Fair enough. Rita Berman's really neat. I do like her work. Do want to go back and do some more in hers. Oh, sorry, my tooth is throbbing a bit. It's also really cold at the moment, which is making things hurt even more as well. That doesn't help. Oh, itchy nose. Itchy nose. It's also hay fever season around here, if you weren't aware. It's pollen craziness. I'm very over pollen. I just realised as well. Oh, look, she actually unlocked today. Just realised the time, and there in about half an hour or so there is a potential call out. It's not likely again, but I did always say to Mum that that is an option. So Mum goes out on Sunday mornings, and around 11:30 I said that if she ever needs a pickup, just message. So it's around 11:30 her thing finishes. So yeah. Do we need the heater on? It's not. Well, it's not going to really make that much of a difference because there's just a cold draft coming through. So where I am, I mean, this house that I'm in, it's known to be drafty and cold. So where I am, I'm on the second floor, and under me is actually the garage. But there's no, like, literally you go down to the garage, you look up, there's no ceiling, there's no insulation, you just see the rafters across, and then you see the floorboards to my floor above me. Now, there is carpet on top of that, but you just feel that draft coming through. So even if I have the heater on, that draft still comes through from the garage downstairs. It is like, it's just every once in a while that little cold breeze comes up, and that's what I'm feeling in my teeth, is just a sudden cold breeze, and then my mouth's like, oh. So that's another reason why I haven't been streaming, because I haven't felt social, because I haven't felt like even opening my mouth because of how much my teeth have been hurting. Can I send you some of the heat from my office? It's boiling in here. Please do, Hella. It's freezing in New Zealand right now. I can tell by the clouds and the shape of the clouds and the cold air that's coming in with the angle of the wind. It's snowing up on the mountain right now. The Mangataranaki is getting a dumping of fresh snow, and it's making Namutu cold. What are we working on today? I'm working back in Nalkaniko, Story of Precious Cats. We're going to try and get this one finished, which we've just finished off the leaves. Maybe I might add a little bit of yellow into that. Maybe a little bit of blue for some more shadows. We're on the home stretch with this page. I would really like to get it finished today. And then I am only got... I've got Bubbles and this one to catch up on, but I will jump ahead to this one for the next one that I work on in this book. And then I'll look at catching up on Bubbles for the group another day. For anyone that doesn't know, I run an alchemical group on Instagram to try and get through a little bit of this book. It's very chill. I myself am behind on the group. I think there's very few of us who have actually coloured in everything as a group. We've decided to colour. It's just sort of like, hey, we're going to work on this for 2 months, and then we choose a page. But yeah, this one I've been working on for about 3 or 4 months. Maybe even longer. I don't know. This has been quite a long work in progress. So that's why I'm very much over it. And very much ready to move on. I don't know if you remember, I lost my grand's bracelet a few weeks ago. Well, I didn't find it, but I planted a tree in my garden and named it after her. Oh, I love that. That's all. Like, I don't love that you lost a bracelet, Amanda, but I love that idea. I think that's a wonderful idea. It's been raining all weekend, but at least I've done so much colouring. You've been in the colouring bug too, Perfection? Heck yeah. I was saying earlier, I have been, because I haven't been able to sleep because of the pain and the unwellness, I am verging on 50 completed pages for the month, and it's only the 10th. It's been a time. We've been doing a lot of colouring. Really do love detailed colouring books, but I can only watch other people do them. If I do them myself, I get so stressed. Honestly, it's like, the thing with detailed colouring is it's just break it down object by object. They seem overwhelming at first, but if you just start with one object, it becomes a lot less. But there's nothing wrong with only colouring in cozy, cute, simple. If you want like some suggestions of some more that are more detailed, but not this level of detail, we can also hit you up with that. But honestly, there's nothing wrong with doing a bunch of cozy, cute colouring. I did a bunch of cozy, cute colouring last night, and it was a blast. It was exactly what I wanted. No, that's not even including any bookmark stylist. That is legit just colouring whatever, like, oh. Okay. Random selection. I'm at a point where there's so much I've coloured in this month, I can't even remember what I've coloured. So this is Romantasy, Mythographic. I think that one's water-based markers is watercolour. Just like, it looks like water-based markers to me. There's like a bunch of Camellia and Jacova style ones. This is more shimmer spray playing around with in that background. And alcohol markers, a little bit of pencil. So that's like a simpler style book. I really am loving Camellia and Jacova at the moment. This one is Teresa Goodridge. It was playing around with Ganzai Tumbi watercolors. Did not work as well as I was intending, but still kind of fun. Like, still really like how that came together. Did bleed for a bit unfortunately, but it was fun. This is Dungeons and Drawings. I did a dragon. That's the Gansai Tambi watercolor in the background, and then paint pens. I was playing around. This is something I did a lot last night, was paint pens and playing around with them like their paints and blending in. This paper obviously is not the best for it, but I still love how this one turned out. So, Cozy Japan, another one with paint pens, another dragon, another Gansai Tambi watercolor background as well, and a little bit of metallic on the clouds. It doesn't have any glitter, but maybe I'll add in glitter. This is, so the Gansai Tambi, and then doing like paint pens around it. So that's quite a simple one, but I really like the effect of it. Oh, it's the Itchy Brain one. Thank you. It is the Itchy Brain album. Here we go. Skip the whole album. This one. This one. I see some iridescent watercolor. I think it's watercolor, and then pencils and super golden markers and glitter. Here's a journey back. Lizzie Mary Cullen. Might need to zoom out a bit. Like, I have been all over the place with colouring this month. So it's like ink tints and glitters and super golden markers for the bird, which is technically a cockatoo. It should have been white, but I was like, meh. But there's a journey down memory lane for you, Amanda. Because I know you were talking about Lizzie Mary Cullen not being as popular. God, what else do I have in this file? Again. This is Magical Mermaid, Jade Summer. It's all water-based markers as watercolor again. I really do like how that came out. I feel like I did really cool with that one. So, but yeah, water-based markers. What's this one? That was playing around with the Gansai Tambi watercolors and some iridescent watercolors. I don't know why I chose green there, but I still kind of dig it. And then I think water-based markers is watercolor as well. I think that one's all watercolor basically, which works really well for this style book because this has got some really interesting line work. So I was just kind of experimenting to see, and I feel like that works with that style. What do we got here? Mini Mania. It looks like water-based markers again. That's pretty flat colouring, but fun. Needs a little bit of shimmer down there. But yeah, the Mini Manias are super cute. That one is water-based markers, but directly on the page, just like colouring in with felt tips. What do we got here? Oh yeah, that is the Gansai Tambi and then pencils. I think that's Pablo's by the look of it. Yeah, so that's like not even all of it. That's just like a pile that I grabbed. And then, as I showed before, there is the Infographic Animals page down here, which is that Shimmer Spray Experiment rainbowness. Like, again, it's all over the place with the colouring. But it's just been a month of, like, whatever. Oh. These two more dry. Oop, up on the shelf up there. I just hit my camera if you didn't give it. Yeah. Oh. Come on. Alright. One day, it's sorted. It will be coming. We will figure out a better system for these cameras. Okay, let's bring you back in a bit. August completest pages will be a monster video. Honestly, at the rate I'm going, it will be. Because, yeah, as I said, it's almost 50 pages. And it's just been... I haven't been sleeping because I've been in so much pain. So it's just like colour, colour, colour. Everyone else having issues with the chat not sending messages? Oh... I've got no alerts on my side and nothing about held messages or anything like that. Like, it's meant to show me if anything's being held, so... yeah. Might just be your end, hun. It does occasionally happen, just keep trying. Ugh. I haven't coloured much this week, waiting patiently for the mojo to come back. It'll come back when it comes back, like... I mean, I had a few months there where I didn't colour, and then mojo's back with force. Alright, so we've still got this little birdhouse up here to go. So we're just going to colour in this birdhouse. Joy, kia ora. Hello, hello. Welcome in. Thank you. This is a hoodie. And the main beautiful part of it is that it is warm. I am debating grabbing another hoodie as well, because a couple of my hoodies are getting to the point where they might need to be replaced because I live in them. So yeah, we're not desperate right now, and I am someone who doesn't need a lot of clothes. All good Stardust, good luck, hopefully that helps, and good luck with work, Amanda. I am more than happy to be a pocket buddy. Alright, I think that is everything coloured, and now we've just got them. So we'll start with their clothes, because their clothes I don't need to look at the specific palette. So for anyone that hasn't seen this book before, I'm trying to keep my cats consistent, so I have a set colour palette for my kitties so that they stay the same throughout the book. However, their clothes do change, because like we want them to be able to coordinate with the areas and stuff like that. So their outfits change in accordance with what the whatever the situation is, but their core markings stay the same. So we're going to start with their clothes. So we'll grab out black and a dark purple for their dress, because the girls have got purple dresses. Instead of Polly Pocket, it's Amy's Pocket. I don't know if you want to be in my pocket some days. My pocket's a pretty nasty void. A lot of random stuff gets shoved in there. All the pages you've done in this book is stunning. Thank you. This is one of my favourite books. This is a book that I can see myself actually colouring every page. I like colouring cats. A lot of what I colour is cats. So, yeah. I like colouring cats. And so hopefully, all going well, we will get this done pretty quickly, because there's not a lot left, and then we can move on to the next whip and try and figure out what we're going to smash up next, because I'd like to get a couple more whips knocked out, because there's certainly a few whips on the go at the moment. But also, I'm kind of feeling like pulling out the water-based markers again, and some good old any day, and maybe doing a few pages in any day. So yeah, we'll see. We'll see what I feel like afterwards. We've certainly got a few whips. So I've got Year of Witches. I'd also like to get this whip done. I've finished all the like water-based markers just as a base. So I want to just go in there with pencils and like shade and add details and stuff like that. And then that'll be my first one done in that one. We have Fern Calloway Fae Fantasy. I would love to get this one finished. Which again, all the water-based marker is done. I just need to go over with pencils, shade all that one. I also have the Disney poster book where we started in that background that's on the plans this month. I know, I'm in one of those, like, I want to colour everything, I want to do everything sort of moods. And then I do also have, like, I'm running out of bookmarks, guys. Are we surprised? I'm running out of bookmarks, despite me making, like, 30 bookmarks last month. So part of me is also like, I could just do some more bookmark making. Which, I mean, I can't use them this month anyway, because... it's, you know, this month is... It would go into completed pages for this month, so it wouldn't be usable this month, but at least they would be there for the next major surge. Yeah, it's just been a month of colouring. And that happens sometimes. But again, don't take this if you are like, oh, I haven't even completed one page, or I've only completed 2 pages. Like, it's not about the numbers. I have been colouring like crazy because I've been in a lot of pain and I haven't been sleeping, and this is all I've been doing. But even if you've only coloured 1 page, like, it's not a competition. If you've coloured no pages, or you've coloured 120 pages, as long as you're happy. I'm on 5 of the month swing, mark pages. Yeah, that's what you needed, so that's what you've been working on. That's valid. That's what you need. A lot of mine have actually been using, like, watercolors and stuff like that. That's been a lot this month, and that's okay too. Like, it's what I've needed. And some of them, like, those dragons with the paint pens, that was a big thing last night, was me just sitting there with paint pens and just colouring what I could with paint pens. Sometimes that's what you need. Doesn't make the colouring any less valid just because it doesn't use a set formula or something. But then again, if you are someone who likes to colour via a set formula, doesn't make it any less valid either. There is no right or wrong colouring, just as long as you're enjoying what you're doing. Oh, sorry. I might need to pull out an energy drink. I also need to eat more of my breakfast because I keep forgetting about it. Now my breakfast is very cold. Luckily it's oatmeal and it's still good cold. I've 6 whips and finished 0. Hey. So good. And nothing becomes a whip in my book until the end of the month. So anything I start during the month, like, doesn't become a whip until the end of the month if I don't finish it. They're just in progress. But that's because of me doing YouTube and, you know, needing that sort of month to month for, like, completed pages and stuff like that. So that works for me. It doesn't necessarily mean that it's the right way to think for you. But yeah, for me, pages don't become whips until the end of the month. So when I'm saying I've got a lot of whips that I'm working on, these are existing whips. But I think I have finished all the other in-progress pages so far. I don't know, it's pretty chaotic with all the colouring I've done. Oh, tooth. I ended up cooking a big pot of dal yesterday as well, so that's what we had for dinner and lunch. I cooked it for lunch and then we had leftovers for dinner, and then I froze a bunch of it. And Mum wasn't sure if she'd be into it, because, like, admittedly, like, it's, when I tried to explain it to her, I was like, oh, it's basically a curry, which she's already nervous of because she doesn't like spicy food. So it's like a curry, but I won't put any chili in it. But, you know, it's kind of like just lentil curry. It's just soft mush. Like, how else do you describe it except soft mush? That's curry flavored. So I was trying to explain it. I was like, I'm not explaining this very appealing to you. And she's like, no, you're really not. She's like, I'll try it. So I made it, and then she came over and tried a spoonful of it and was like, oh, actually I could eat this. And so she sat down and ate a bowl. She's like, it's not my favourite thing in the world, but I would eat it, which is great. She's like, I do want it with rice or bread or something, you know, I can't just have the dal on its own, which I figured was the case, and I brought a naan for her, whereas I'm just like, I don't really care about the rice, I'll just eat the dal on its own. So I was like, yeah, no, that's valid. So that's what we had for lunch and dinner yesterday. And I just chucked extra chili on top of mine to add some spice back into it. But yeah, it was like lentil mush. How else do you describe it? It's lentil mush, but it's tasty and it didn't involve any chewing. A mini whip. I'll be scared off. I did do that though. Like, I can go and get my old colouring journal, but I did write down all my whips, and at the start of 2023, I had 83 whips, I think it was. Something like that. And now I have one from 2022, one from 2023, one from 2024, and then the rest of my whips are 2025, and I try to keep that number under 10. But yeah, I would like to really knock out those old whips one day. But yeah, the Creatures of the Night, which is 2022, the Alien Worlds is from 2023. I'm not too worried about that one because I will eventually get there because I've been working my way through that Alien Worlds book. But I might get in there one day and just finish it off, just to knock that one off the list. And then the Walk in the Woods, that book might be being unhauled, so that's 2024, and then the rest of my whips are all 2025. So I'd like to get to the point where those old whips are done, so they're knocked off the list, and then it's just like the whips from that year as well. I love dal. It's so good. Are the page that you don't like count as a whip, or just scratch them off? Do you mean like if there's a page that I'm working on and I just don't like how it's turning out? It becomes a whip. It just gets put aside for many a time until I find a way to rejuvenate it and make it into something I like. If I don't like what I'm working on, it gets shoved aside until we figure out another plan. That's what happened. Like the mythographic, not mythographic, the mythomorphia page, where the 2 pages got stuck together and they got damaged. That became a whip for a long time until I figured out how to fix it. Because I don't believe a page is ever ruined. Things don't go to plan and then you need to change the plan. And sometimes that means putting it aside for quite a while until you can figure out a new plan. But yeah, I don't believe a page is ever ruined. I have 13 from 2017. I don't know if I want to finish them. They're all from Mythomorphia and I have a new copy of that book, so I don't know. I mean, there is something in leaving that book as a relic of 2017, especially if you have a replacement copy. Yeah, it'll be up to you. I mean, when I had that 83 or so that I started off with, and then I got through a bunch of them really quickly. I think I knocked off like the first 20 or so because they literally just needed like a black border put around or one little white highlight. There was a bunch that was just like quick finish offs. So I knocked all those ones out really quickly, and then the remaining ones, there were a couple of them that were reworks because things were like very faulty. I wonder if I can find the picture. Give me a moment, because there was one in particular, like I had started it and it was just, I don't even know what I was thinking. Probably there was a glass of wine involved. A lot of what I had to fix up involved wine. This one here, I do have a picture. I had a feeling I had a picture. Okay. Ah. Oh my god. Come on. So, you can see this one here. The one on the left, you can see sort of like the streakiness of some of the water-based markers. For some reason, I had coloured over the green on the hand. And I like kind of coloured over. This was all just done in water-based markers. It was like very quick colouring. I wasn't happy with it. I was like, left it for ages and ages to fix it up. And then, so I went in there and pulled out more bits and pieces and some pencils and some glitters and just made it a bit more cohesive. And so that's where we finished it off. So yeah, that was like a whip from like 2020, I think. Like that was like very early colouring that I finished off in 2023, and I'd just been on a shelf for 3 years. Sometimes it is worthwhile just putting something on the shelf until you come up with an idea. Because you never know where inspiration will strike you in a few years as well. So don't chuck anything out is my big thing. Like, it's not ruined. Don't chuck out a book. Don't put things, like, don't throw it away. Just put it on the shelf, put it away for a while, and give yourself time to grow, because as you come back to it, you might get ideas. But if you chuck it out, it's gone forever. So yeah. Interesting a little bit. So I'm pretty sure I have a photo of that somewhere. There's some other ones that are like that too, where there was some like bad early colouring where my hands weren't great and I just kind of slapped things on. And I would just do like a little section and then turn the page and not really finish a page. So there's a lot of pages like that where I had to sort of do a bit to finish a page. But I'm glad I did it. Not mum. Right, I think that's our dresses and outfits done. So, alright, let's start with Tom. 157. Alright, I have to look at this and try and figure out what the hell. 157 is a green. I think it's his eyes, which means it's probably beach green, because I'm sure that's his green. Beach greens in the ink tints. I don't know what I'm thinking there. Alright, there's the green. Alright, so 163185. I think you're Naples. Yep, so that's his eyes. Ah, I'm looking at Tom. It's like, why have I got blues? Because that's Tom the baker, not Tom. We want Heek. Alright, let's start this again. My god. Alright, so we still need 163. But we want 158. Then 128 is the pink. And then 280 is the sienna. No, that's 280. Right. Burnt umber. 280, and then it's 283. I knew I used you. One 188 and 186. Go. Just sent some art text. Okie dokie. Gosh, every time I see this book, I need it. It is my favorite book for a reason. Ooh, all the glitter indeed. So this is what Perfection is working on. This is Stratum Peterson Animals, isn't it? You can see all the gorgeous metallic gel pen here. If we go boom, you can see all the shimmery fun colours there. And it's going to look really pretty once it's done. Yoink. 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 Oh, Perfection as well. Our new friend Hala in Twitch chat here. Another colouring streamer. Beautiful follow as well. Discovered them yesterday. We're collecting them all. It's so pretty what they were doing too. Hala, if you want to drop your I think you've got an Instagram, because I'm pretty sure I followed you on Instagram yesterday. If you want to drop that as well, and then I can drop that into YouTube, and we can share over there for our YouTube friends, even though we don't, you know, stream over there. Yeah. Drop it in, and I'll chuck it over to YouTube. And then friends can be friends, and friends can follow friends, and all that sort of stuff. Thank you. And then we'll do it that way, do it that way. Oh, yay, you put up the badger. Okay, cool. This here is Hala. This is what they were working on yesterday. And came in right at the end of stream. As we found them. It's so cute. So cute. So yeah, very new to colouring. Lots of gorgeous, cute and cozies. I love this one. I forgot to like it yesterday when I found you and when I looked at your Instagram and went, oh boy, yes. I love, love, love the dragon coloring page here. Like this dragon is just, I love that coloring. It's just so cute. Oh, I just noticed kitty. Kitty, kitty, kitty. We love kitties here. But yeah, lots of gorgeous coloring. So that's our new friend Tala. Alright, so there's a few different ways that you can colour these eyes. I know a few people just do little, like the way that they're lined is very odd, but I go over the centres with black, but I fully colour them in first so that when I go through the centre, it's like they're blacked out entirely. It's not the most accurate cat eyes, but I like the style of eyes. Yeah. So excited to find the colouring part of the internet. Yeah, we do exist. That's why whenever I find somebody, I make sure to try and follow them and then be like, yo, like, because I hear it a lot when I do stumble across people colouring on Twitch, and they're like, oh yeah, I didn't realise other people streamed colouring. I'm like, there are a few of us. Like, I still haven't found everyone. I know these people out there that I've never caught before that are colouring and stuff like that. And there's a few people that will sometimes stream colouring and do games as well and stuff like that. But I'm slowly collecting y'all. If I was... Well, I'm not monetized on Twitch at all, but if I was monetized and at the partner level where you could make a streaming collective thingamabob, I would do that and just do that for colorists and make like a colouring collective streaming group. But yeah. Yeah. Those are the shinies. Yeah. That's all good, Amanda. That's all good. Phone typing's so hard. I'm so bad at phone typing. Play some spooky games. Oh, that sounds fun, Ashley. You enjoy. Oh, I forgot to do his neck scarf. I just noticed that. It'll take us 2 seconds to do this. Luckily, it's pretty small in here, so it doesn't take too long, which is great. Spooky game sounds fun, yeah. Oh, for those lovely people on Twitch as well who also follow the gorgeous Ruby, who is not a colorist. Well, no, I lie. Ruby does color. Ruby does own a coloring book, but she does not stream coloring. She doesn't color frequently. She just has one that she colors in occasionally. But for those that follow the beautiful This Is Ruby Okay, I believe she might be doing some blueprints tonight. That's the goss. So, Cassie, I may or may not see you there again. But yeah. Amy's a bad phone typer, couldn't have guessed. No, you haven't been on the receiving end of my absolute mayhem of phone typing. Look, I have arthritic fingers, okay? I have swollen arthritic fingers. It's hard enough to work on the phone as it is. And then you've got a laggy, broken, glitchy phone. Yeah, you're lucky you get a message from me at all. Haven't been able to join later since she started streaming later because of work. No, yeah, she's had to start streaming very late because of her work as well. But yeah, even I've been falling asleep in them. But it's great. Yeah, I have an affiliate on Twitch, but I haven't streamed in years. Used to stream art in The Sims. Ah. Yeah, I started back in the day in Picado. I've been streaming for 10 years on and off. Back in the day, I started on Picado. And then me and Pennsylvania moved over to Twitch. And then on and off again for many years on Twitch. I unfortunately missed the COVID boom because I was actually in the laboratory during COVID and studying full-time. Working crazy ridiculous hours. Yeah, I didn't get to stay home and watch videos and all that sort of stuff because we were working non-stop. COVID was insanity. But we survived it. And then, but yeah, there was a huge boon of live streaming during that time because, of course, everyone was stuck at home. And then, but I was colouring during that time, and I'd started colouring for me. That was after my fall and trying to retrain my hands, and then finding colouring as a way to retrain my hands. And then after a while, I was like, you know what? I miss streaming. I haven't streamed in a couple of years now. I wonder if people would enjoy watching me colour. Like, I'm not working on my original art like I used to, but I wonder if people enjoy me colouring. So that's when I came back to Twitch and started streaming colouring on Twitch and started connecting with the Instagram community and then seeing the YouTube community. It was like, well, I have my old YouTube channel, so that's where I turned that back into colouring content. And then I got invited to do a YouTube collab stream because, of course, most colorists streamed on YouTube, but I had always streamed on Twitch. So I was like, alright. So I did my first stream on YouTube for this colouring community collab thing. And that was really fun. But it was awkward because then you couldn't technically dual stream to multiple platforms per guidelines for each of the platforms. And so it was like, what am I going to do here? So I still kept streaming on Twitch but loading up the VODs to YouTube because I'd always streamed on Twitch. I had my thing there, but then Twitch changed their policy and we're like, oh no, we'll let you dual stream. And I was like, sweet, done. And then with the help of some tech friends, we got my OBS set up to stream to both Twitch and YouTube at the same time. It was like brilliant because then it meant that you could join in no matter where you were. And that's when we started the dual streaming. And that's been great because, you know, like, I know a few of you do have Twitch as well, but you're a lot more comfy on the YouTube side. And then I know those that are on Twitch who don't go to the YouTube side, it's like, would rather hang out on Twitch. And it's like, that's valid too. So now I can just have it set up for both of y'all. And then if it's not working on one platform, you can also move across to the other platform. It's no extra effort on my part. I just press one extra button. And I just have two chats to monitor. That's the difference. Good job, Amy. Ugh. My Super 50. That's the one I'm looking for. then there's me, it goes between them depending on the mood. That's fine, Perfection. Like, if that's what you prefer. I used to stream a lot of games, and you got old and tired. Yeah. I prefer Twitch for lives, but YouTube for VODs. Yeah, I think Twitch is a better live stream platform. From the technical side of being a streamer, Twitch is a heck of a lot easier. Twitch is set up for live streaming, and that's what they do. They do live streaming, whereas YouTube is a video platform, but then, you know, they're trying to also do a bunch of other things. But YouTube is brilliant for VODs, but I find so many more people on Twitch because it's got a better search function. Like, yeah, Twitch is better set up for lives. And from the technical side, from behind the stream, it's much easier as well. But I'm glad YouTube Live exists so that I can still hang out with all my YouTube friends as well. So, yeah. Right, we'll leave that black to dry, and then we can put our little white highlights, but there's Heek done. So let's do Purity and Pepino, and then we are done. So we need 246, which is super, super dark blue. So they do have dark blue eyes. No, that's 247. What's 246? Are you over here? Have I already got you out? And this is where actually having my colour charts would be handy, because look at all the numbers at once. Or one of these days I will re-swatch my colour charts as well. Okay, maybe I've looked in the wrong place. PC 246. Yeah, it's the eyes one. 157 and 246. I mean, 157 is dark indigo, which is what I thought. Oh, my writing's so tiny on these. Just like a lot of my pencils. Ah, Prussian blue. That's right. We should have a swatch party stream, because I don't want to swatch stuff, but I need to. Yeah, I know I should, and I know I do appreciate having the swatches. It's just like, I'd rather do things than just swatch, right? But like these, a lot of the colors are very, very faded now, and like these are 10 plus years old, so these definitely need redoing. I have a lot of stuff that needs swatching, so I probably should do a swatch party at some point, but also meh. Ravimp, kia ora, welcome in. Hello, hello, how are you going today? Yeah, I know I should swatch, I just, swatching is just annoying. But it is useful. Ooh. Alright, more tiny pencils. Alright, the eyes take like 2 seconds. The eyes are great. Okay, so those are the eyes, and then so this is Purity. So we want 128 is the pink. I've already got that one out. We want 199 black. There's so many colors in these cats. Um, 175 dark sepia. 175, 280 is burnt umber. 275 is a grey. I think that's warm grey. Come here. 275, that's 273. can't even read the numbers on these. Must be that one. Yeah, 275, 273. We want 271, 277, 270. All the warm greys. And then we want 103, which is ivory. 283, which is, because that one, it's our ginger. Then we got 188, which is tangerine. And then 186, this one. Alright. Purity uses quite a bit because they are a mixture between brown and ginger. So they've got a few different colours. I'm doing okay, Revamp. I've got a little bit of a sore tooth at the moment, so every once in a while teeth are hurting, but other than that we're good. We're getting distracted with colouring. Thanks for joining in. Hi Brittany. No, double A, that sounds awful. And Juliet Colours, hello, hello. Yeah, it is sucky, but if they have to do it, they have to do it. Yeah. I'm going to test out live tonight. Ooh. I'm going to I'm trying to get my Jill Scream YouTube and Twitch set up and tested. You do not have to wait for me to get done, hun, because who knows when I'll be done. But that's exciting. Honestly, my mouth is hurting a bit, so we may end up ending stream after we finish this one, to be honest. We'll see how we go. I'd love to say, oh, I'm going to get this and this and this done, but my mouth is hurting a lot. But we'll see what we can get done. Alright, now we do lots and lots of little pencil strokes to represent fur and try to create the illusion of a 3D cat. So yeah, we are colouring right now these two kitties here. So this is sort of the effect that we're trying to create. So right now we're working on Peperi, this one here, which is our more solid ginger cat, whereas Pepino has the more splotches and the darker. So we're working on Peperi. But also why Peperi has so many freaking colours, because they go from brown to ginger to grey to white, basically, in one, so it takes a hot minute. Yeah, I've had a lot of mouth pain at the moment. I'm on the wait list to see the dentist. It's been a known issue for a while. They're just flaring up quite badly at the moment, which is just making things difficult, and then not being well and stuff like that. It's just like one of those combination things, you know, when you're not right in a couple of areas, and it's not a lot, but the combination of it can just make you not feel great. But we're doing alright otherwise, and we're focusing on, you know, staying positive. And again, this is our glittery bubble of escape. We like to try and stay positive and light here, so that's what I am doing. And we're getting so close to finishing this page, and I cannot wait to have this page done. I am so done for this page. And normally I would be like, you know, if you're not feeling it, just turn the page. And that's like right now I'm not feeling this, but I'm so close to being done that I'm making myself get it done. Because, like, look how close we are to this page being done, right? We've got this kitty and this kitty. And we're done. So we're going to keep pushing through. What's the glossy stuff you use again? I was just given the glaze rolls. I have glossy accents, but that comes in a big bottle. Yeah, if you're trying to, I don't know about anything that comes in a pen version. Yeah. Yeah, if you use a jelly rolls, the glaze a lot. Alright, and now we need to bring a little bit into the grey area. And this is how we also shade in our white. I think I forgot to shade in part of the tail. Whoops! It's hard when the kitties are this small as well, because it's like such little areas to be shading in. But just getting in those different textures really just builds up. And it doesn't have to be as defined as it does when it's close up, because we're not as close up. So it's like we can get away with being a little less pedantic, which is nice. Oh, good Stardust. Take care of yourself. I hope you feel better soon. Okay. Oh, itchy, itchy. Did I take my antihistamines today? I cannot remember. Hope I did. Give that black a moment to settle down. And then we can do all the white highlights, but now we just have pepinos. So pepino is more on the darker fam, so we don't have to do as much of the gingery. So before we do that, I'm just going to warm up these edges and bring this ginger down a little bit. Up with a little bit of a blend. Okay, don't need those. All right, 19917. 275. And then 275, 273, 271, 270, 103, 280, 283. Yeah. So we lose all the... You'll need to stand when the page is finished? Yeah. We will definitely take a bit of a self-care break. At the very least, I need to grab more liquid and bathroom break and, you know, a few different self-care things. More painkillers. But let's get this finished first, and then we can knock off this whip and it's done, and then figure out what we're doing from there. No message from Mum. That's good. This is where it's real easy to like shrimp over for ages because you're just doing lots and lots of little bits. But this is what makes the kitties. Sorry, I know I'm quiet. I'm like super focus mode right now. Like, let's just get this done. Yeah, after I finish this, I am going to call it for the day, guys, because my teeth are really starting to ache and it's making it hard to like concentrate for talking or feeling particularly social. I just kind of want to go and curl up under the blankets, put on a video, and still colour. I just don't feel like chatting when it starts hurting like this. So the social spoons are kind of done for the day, but we will finish this one so we can at least say we got this page done. Yeah, we're not far away from finishing this one, to be honest. Yeah, the teeth are very, very bad. I have a impacted wisdom tooth that needs to be surgically removed, but I also have multiple teeth that are not good, and this is part of the problem. And I also have such extreme dentist anxiety that they won't do procedures on me in the community. I have to be knocked out because I am so bad with the dentist, so they have to knock me out to do anything. So yeah, which is why I'm on the hospital wait list. So they're gonna see if they can get me in sooner, and fingers crossed. In the meantime, we just keep on surviving.
But yeah, it's that and getting like a cold and just feeling very run down. It just makes it hard right now, and that's okay. But that's why there's been a few cancelled streams. There will possibly still be a few cancelled streams until things are sorted. But I'm glad we made it on for a little bit. I mean, we're coming up to 2.5 hours, which is a very small stream for me, but I'm glad we managed something, you know? I know it's Sunday and I usually stream for hours upon hours upon hours, but yeah, I just don't have the capacity right now for that. But we got something in, and we got a little bit of swatching done, and we got a page almost finished. We just need a little bit of yellow in here. And we just need our white paint pen. I might be being summoned. I love adding in white highlights. It just really makes it. Yay! It's done. After how many months? This page is finally done. This page is finally done. Oh my god. That one's been in progress for... I can tell you when I started it. April. April is when I started it. And we finally finished it in August. Ugh, sweet relief. Yeah. Alright. Well, as I said, I am going to call it here because it is... My mouth is really starting to hurt. But we got some done. We got a swatch done. For anyone that missed it earlier, these are now dry. We swatched out some new shimmer sprays. And we got this page done, which is amazing. I am very, very pleased to have got that done. So ideally, it is Sunday here in Aotearoa. Ideally, we'll be back on Tuesday, but I don't know. I've got a lot on Monday, and I'm guessing I might be out of spoons, but we'll see. Hopefully win it back, but if not, just keep an eye on the socials. I usually post to Instagram when I am or aren't going live. That's usually your best bet. But yeah, just keep an eye out. And keep we've got lots of lovely friends here who might be going live too. So hopefully we can hang out with all of them and enjoy the times with them. But thank you very much for being here and keeping me company, and we will hopefully see you at the next stream, whenever that is. Fingers crossed. All the araha. Where are we? There's the buttons. All the araha to you all. Take care of yourself. And I'll see you next time.